After 60, something subtle shifts in the way we look at food. We begin to realize that eating is no longer just about satisfying hunger or following a routine. It becomes something deeper, a quiet act of self-preservation, a way to support the parts of us that have worked tirelessly for decades. Our heart, our bones, our mind. And perhaps most importantly, it becomes a way to reclaim control over how we age. But where do we begin? In a world full of diet trends, expensive supplements, and confusing rules, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Yet thousands of miles away, across the Pacific, there's a quiet example of longevity that has stood the test of time. In the countryside of Japan, and especially on the island of Okinawa, people are not just living into their 80s and 90s, they are thriving, working in gardens, preparing meals with joy, walking with strength. Not because they've discovered a miracle food, but because they've built a lifelong relationship with food that is simple, balanced, and deeply respectful of the body. This is the Japanese-inspired way of eating. Not a strict diet, not a fad, but a mindset, a rhythm. A lifestyle based on small meals, clean ingredients, seasonal vegetables, and the gentle belief that less is more. What makes this way of eating so powerful for those over 60? Why do researchers keep returning to Japanese elders when studying aging well? And how can you, whether you live in America, Europe, or anywhere in the world, bring the spirit of this diet into your own life without needing exotic ingredients or strict rules? That's what this video is here to explore. Not to tell you what to eat, but to offer a gentle invitation to shift how you think about food after 60. Because the truth is, longevity isn't found in a pill or a superfood. It's in the quiet, daily choices. It's in the bowl of warm soup, the slowly chewed bite of pickled vegetables, the smile shared over tea. And it starts with knowing the core principles of how the Japanese nourish themselves, especially as they age. Let's take a look at the 5 core principles of the Japanese-inspired diet. Simple truths that can gently reshape the way you eat, feel, and live after 60. In Japan, especially among older generations, food is not just fuel. It's a philosophy, a way of life. And behind the beautiful presentation of their meals lies a foundation of simple, powerful principles that have supported one of the longest-living populations on Earth. These aren't rules you have to memorize. They're gentle guideposts, ones that, when practiced over time, can help your body feel lighter, your digestion feel calmer, and your mind feel clearer. Let's walk through them, slowly, one by one. 1. Harahachi-bu. Eat until you're 80% full. This Okinawan saying translates to stop eating when you're 80% full. It's not about dieting, it's about mindfulness. Instead of eating until you're stuffed, you pause when you feel satisfied. This habit naturally prevents overeating, supports digestion, and reduces stress on the body, especially important after 60 when metabolism slows down. Try this. Next time you eat, stop for a moment midway through your meal. Ask yourself, do I feel gently full? Not stuffed, not deprived, just enough. Over time, this practice helps your body stay in balance without counting calories or restricting yourself. 2. Prioritize plants over meat. In traditional Japanese meals, vegetables aren't a side dish, they're the main event. From sweet potatoes and daikon radish to spinach, mushrooms, seaweed, and lotus root, their diet is a celebration of plant-based variety. Meat and fish are consumed in small portions, and instead of red meat, the protein comes mostly from tofu, legumes, and fish rich in omega-3s, like mackerel or sardines. The result? Less saturated fat, more fiber, more antioxidants, and a digestive system that runs more smoothly. This doesn't mean you must become vegetarian. It simply means letting plants lead and letting meat support, not dominate, your meals. 3. Embrace fermented foods. Miso, natto, pickled vegetables, soy sauce, naturally brewed. These are staples in the Japanese kitchen. Why? Because fermented foods are full of probiotics that nourish the gut microbiome, which in turn strengthens the immune system and even supports brain health. As we age, digestion can slow and immunity may weaken. Including a small amount of fermented food daily, just a tablespoon of miso soup or a few slices of pickled radish, can bring balance back to the body. 4. Choose whole grains, especially rice. White rice is common, yes, but many long-lived Japanese elders eat mixed grains, like brown rice with barley, millet, or beans. These grains are rich in fiber, stabilize blood sugar, and help you feel full longer. You can start small by switching out white rice for half brown, half white, or even trying quinoa or oats. It's not about perfection, it's about better choices made gently. 5. Simple cooking, minimal processing. The Japanese way of cooking is light, steamed, simmered, grilled, or lightly sautéed. Meals are rarely deep-fried or overly seasoned. This preserves the natural flavor of ingredients and protects nutrients. More importantly, it makes digestion easier, crucial for older adults. Think of it this way: the less a food is processed, the more your body recognizes it, and the easier it is to absorb its benefits. Each of these principles may sound small, but when they come together, they form a rhythm of nourishment that supports life, not just survival. So now you know the principles, but what do they look like in a real day, on a real plate? Let's step into the kitchen and explore a simple, Japanese-inspired daily meal plan designed especially for those over 60. So, how do you turn those timeless principles into something real? Something you can taste, chew, and enjoy in your own home? The truth is, you don't need to live in Japan or find rare ingredients to eat this way. You just need to slow down, simplify, and build your meals around kindness to your body, your digestion, and your energy. Let me guide you through a full day of Japanese-inspired eating, designed especially for life after 60. Gentle on the stomach, rich in nourishment, and deeply satisfying in its simplicity. Morning. Gentle warmth to wake the body. After 60, digestion is slower in the morning, so the first meal should be easy, warm, and comforting. What to eat? A small bowl of brown rice porridge or miso soup with tofu and green onions. A soft boiled egg or slice of grilled fish, like salmon or sardine. A side of steamed spinach or lightly pickled cucumber. Green tea or roasted barley tea, no sugar, no milk. This meal is light but rich in nutrients. It supports gut health, balances blood sugar, and hydrates the body without overwhelming it. Tip: if you're not used to soup for breakfast, start with just a small bowl. Many older Japanese adults begin their day this way and feel full without heaviness. Midday. Balanced nourishment to sustain energy. Lunch is the heart of the day. It should provide a full spectrum of nutrition without leaving you sleepy or bloated. What to eat? A bowl of mixed grain rice, brown rice with barley or black sesame. A palm-sized portion of grilled fish or tofu. 2 vegetable side dishes such as simmered carrots and daikon, stir-fried mushrooms and snow peas. A small portion of fermented vegetables like kimchi or Japanese-style pickles. Miso soup with wakame seaweed and silken tofu. This meal is colorful, full of fiber, and rich in antioxidants. It helps regulate blood sugar, supports digestion, and keeps your metabolism active. Tip: keep each portion small. The power lies in variety, not volume. A tray with 5 little dishes is better than one overloaded plate. Afternoon snack. Light, mindful, and optional. You don't always need a snack, but if you feel low in energy, choose something gentle and nutritious. Ideas: a handful of unsalted almonds or walnuts, a small rice cracker with seaweed, a piece of fruit like sliced apple, pear, or persimmon, a cup of warm barley tea or low-caffeine green tea. Avoid sugary pastries or processed snacks. Instead, choose something that offers comfort and energy without a crash. Evening. Light, soothing, and easy to digest. Dinner should be the smallest meal of the day, especially after 60, when digestion slows in the evening. What to eat? A small bowl of vegetable soup, such as pumpkin, sweet potato, or miso with leafy greens. A few slices of steamed tofu or fish, lightly sautéed greens with garlic. A sprinkle of sesame seeds or a drizzle of soy sauce. Optional, a few bites of brown rice or sweet potato. The goal here is calm. You don't need to go to bed with a full belly. Just enough nourishment to sleep well and wake up lighter the next day. Bedtime, a moment of stillness. Not everyone needs something before bed, but if you do, choose something warm and hydrating. Examples: a small cup of warm water with lemon, roasted barley tea, no caffeine, a spoonful of warm unsweetened soy milk. Avoid coffee, sweets, or alcohol at night. They interrupt sleep and raise blood pressure. Let the evening be soft, like the meals that lead into it. This simple daily rhythm is not a diet. It's a way of caring for yourself. And while it's inspired by Japanese elders, it can be practiced anywhere in the world, with local ingredients, at your own pace. Now that you've seen how easy it is to eat this way, you might be wondering, how does this diet actually affect your body after 60? Let's explore the gentle but powerful health benefits that come with adopting these Japanese-inspired habits. At a certain point in life, we begin to understand that food is no longer just about taste. It's about healing. It's about support. It's about gently repairing the damage that time, stress, and modern living have left behind. And that's where the Japanese-inspired diet shines. Not with bold claims or fast results, but with quiet, cumulative healing that you begin to feel in your bones, your breath, and your peace of mind. Let's take a closer look at how this way of eating works gently but powerfully on your body after the age of 60. 1. It lowers inflammation, the silent agitator of aging. One of the most powerful aspects of the Japanese diet is its anti-inflammatory foundation. By removing heavy processed foods, refined sugars, and excess animal fat and replacing them with vegetables, seaweed, fermented foods, and fish, you create an environment where the body can calm itself from the inside. Chronic inflammation has been linked to everything from arthritis and heart disease to dementia. But by eating lightly and focusing on foods rich in omega-3s, polyphenols, and antioxidants, you lower your inflammatory response naturally, without needing another pill. Many older Japanese adults report fewer joint aches, better mobility, and easier mornings, not because of expensive treatments, but because of what's on their plate. 2. It balances blood sugar and supports metabolism. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to blood sugar spikes. Refined carbs and sugary foods can cause energy crashes, weight gain, and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. But the Japanese diet emphasizes slow carbs, like brown rice, sweet potatoes, and beans, combined with fiber-rich vegetables and proteins. This slows digestion, reduces blood sugar swings, and helps your energy stay steady throughout the day. You're not left bloated or sluggish after meals. You're nourished, but light, full, but not heavy. And over time, many people report easier weight management, reduced cravings, and even lower A1C levels, without ever going on a diet. 3. It supports brain health and memory. One of the most overlooked aspects of this diet is its impact on the brain. From omega-3 rich fish to fermented foods that feed the gut, which is closely connected to brain function, the traditional Japanese way of eating helps preserve mental clarity. Studies have found that Japanese elders who eat traditional meals have lower rates of cognitive decline and delayed onset of memory loss. Why? Because what's good for the gut and heart is also good for the brain. The balance of healthy fats, antioxidants, and low sugar supports mental longevity. And the structure of small, regular meals helps regulate mood, avoid brain fog, and support sleep. 4. It protects heart health. Naturally, it's no accident Japan has one of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. With less red meat, less dairy, less salt, and more fish, seaweed, soy, and vegetables, the Japanese diet is a natural protector of the cardiovascular system. Seaweed and green tea support blood pressure regulation. Fermented soy products like miso and natto help reduce cholesterol, and plant-based meals reduce the strain on your heart, allowing it to work less but work better. Even those with high blood pressure or mild heart conditions often report more stable readings and reduced need for medication after consistently following this way of eating. 5. It gently supports digestion and gut health. Digestion becomes more sensitive with age. Many older adults struggle with bloating, constipation, or poor nutrient absorption. But the Japanese diet, with its fermented foods, lightly cooked vegetables, and emphasis on fiber, soothes the digestive system. You won't find greasy, fried, or highly seasoned foods on a traditional Japanese plate. Instead, meals are designed to be easy to break down, gentle on the stomach, and full of beneficial bacteria that restore gut flora. Better digestion means better absorption of nutrients. Better nutrient absorption means more strength, better sleep, better healing. It all begins in the gut, and this diet honors that truth. Eating this way doesn't reverse age, but it allows your body to age gently, gracefully, and with far less struggle. It's not about restriction, it's about rhythm, and it's never too late to begin, even with just one small bowl of miso soup or a half cup of brown rice with greens. But what if you don't live in Japan? What if you can't find natto or seaweed at your local store? Don't worry, in the next section, we'll explore how to adapt this beautiful diet to your life, wherever you are, with whatever you have. You might be thinking, this sounds beautiful, but I don't live in Japan. I can't find miso or natto or seaweed at my local store. Or perhaps, I've been eating a certain way my whole life. Is it too late to change? The answer is gentle and reassuring. No, it's not too late. And no, you don't need to be perfect. The spirit of the Japanese-inspired diet is not about specific ingredients. It's about how you approach food, with care, with simplicity, and with respect for your body. And yes, you can absolutely live in New York, Paris, or a small town in the Midwest and still eat in a way that brings the same benefits. Let's walk through a few simple ways to adapt this lifestyle to your everyday life. 1. Use what's local, but think light and seasonal. You don't need daikon radish or lotus root if they're hard to find. Try carrots, zucchini, cabbage, or sweet potatoes instead. Use broccoli instead of bok choy, spinach instead of mustard greens. The goal is to fill your plate with a variety of colorful seasonal vegetables, lightly cooked, not smothered in sauces or oils. Even if it's just 2 vegetables per meal served simply with olive oil, lemon, or a dash of soy sauce, you're already on the path. 2. Replace rare ingredients with familiar equivalents. Can't find miso? Try low-sodium vegetable broth as a soup base and add tofu, greens, or barley. No seaweed? Use kale, collard greens, or spinach for mineral-rich options. No natto? A spoon of plain yogurt or a fermented pickle brings similar probiotic support. No Japanese rice? Use brown rice, wild rice, or quinoa. You're not trying to recreate Japan. You're inviting its gentle wisdom into your own kitchen, using what you already have. 3. Let go of all or nothing thinking. You don't need to cook every meal from scratch. You don't need to throw out your favorite foods. Instead, start with one change per week. Replace one heavy dinner with a light miso-style soup and steamed veggies. Add a small bowl of brown rice to lunch instead of white bread. Sip green tea once a day instead of soda or sugary coffee drinks. Prepare your vegetables more often by steaming or boiling instead of frying. These aren't rules. They're gentle nudges, ways to tip the balance toward wellness without stress. 4. Make meals simpler, slower, and smaller. Many Western meals are large, loud, and rushed, but the Japanese style encourages the opposite. Multiple small dishes, eaten slowly, with presence. Try serving your meal in 3 or 4 small bowls instead of one big plate. One for rice or grain, one for protein, 1 or 2 for vegetables, and a little cup of soup. Not only does it feel more special, it naturally encourages smaller portions, better digestion, and more satisfaction. 5. Embrace the spirit, not just the ingredients. Even if you never eat miso or tofu, you can still live the values. Gratitude before eating. Pause. breathe, give thanks. Respect for balance. Don't overdo one food group. Let meals be harmonious. Joy and simplicity. Don't overcomplicate. A bowl of rice and greens can be beautiful. Consistency over intensity. Don't rush big changes. Be steady, not extreme. In truth, what nourishes you most may not be the food itself, but the way you treat yourself around food. With calm, with intention, with grace. You've heard the principles, you've seen the benefits, you've listened to the stories of those who've walked this path before you. Now it's time to ask yourself a simple question. What can I begin gently this week? You don't need a strict regimen. You don't need to throw out everything in your pantry. You just need one thing, momentum, in the smallest, kindest form. So here is a soft, no-pressure 7-day plan, inspired by the Japanese approach to longevity, adapted for real life, real people, and real energy levels after 60. Well, Day 1. Start with soup. Replace your usual breakfast or dinner with a small bowl of vegetable or miso-based soup. Add a few cubes of tofu, spinach, or wakame seaweed. Let it be warm, slow, and nourishing. This one habit calms digestion and sets a peaceful tone for your day. Gentle reminder, you're not depriving yourself, you're inviting warmth in. Day 2. Add color to every meal. Today, aim to include at least 3 colors on your plate. Orange carrots, green broccoli, purple cabbage, or red tomatoes, brown rice, and white tofu. The Japanese believe in eating with the eyes. The more color, the more nutrients, and the more joy. Day 3. 1 plant-based meal. Choose one meal today that's fully plant-based. Try a bowl of rice with sautéed mushrooms, miso soup, and steamed greens. You don't need meat to feel full. You need fiber, flavor, and freshness. You may be surprised how satisfied your body feels after such simplicity. Day 4. Eat until you're 80% full. Practice hara-hachi-bu. Eat slowly. Set your fork down between bites. Pause. Notice when your hunger fades, not when your stomach is tight. This day is about listening, not controlling. Day 5. Swap snacks for tea and fruit. Skip the processed snacks today. Instead, make a quiet moment with a cup of green tea or barley tea, paired with a small bowl of fruit, apple slices, a few berries, or a piece of persimmon. Let this moment feel like a gift to yourself. Day 6. Add something fermented. Try adding 1 fermented food to your meal. A tablespoon of natural sauerkraut, a spoonful of miso broth, a few slices of pickled radish or cucumber. Fermented foods support your gut, immunity, and brain, gently and powerfully. Day 7. Reflect, don't judge. On this final day, don't change anything. Just reflect. What meals made you feel light? When did you feel more energy? What did you enjoy? This isn't the end, it's the foundation. Even if you repeat just one of these habits next week, your body will notice. And over time, so will your heart, your mind, your years. Longevity isn't a destination. It's a way of living, one mindful meal at a time. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to eat slower, to eat simpler, to return to the basics of nourishment and care. You've made it this far in life, through storms, seasons, and stories only you know. And now you have the chance to live the years ahead with even more strength, clarity, and peace. If you feel inspired to begin, share it in the comments below. Maybe write, "I'll start with soup tomorrow," or "I want to eat with more intention." Your words may inspire someone else on their journey. And if you'd like more videos that honor your age, your wisdom, and your quiet desire to live well, we invite you to subscribe to Golden Pathways. Here we walk gently, we age with grace, and we believe that your best years are not behind you. They are still unfolding.